As probably most of you already know, 2 new artifact sets are coming out with the Fontaine update. Since it's the first domain of the new region, it's feasible to expect these new artifacts to synergize well with a lot of the future characters, just like it was for Sumeru with the Gilded Dreams and Deepwood, or Inazuma with the Emblem of Severed Fate set. In this video, I won't be talking about how the new sets perform on new characters like Line and Lynette, partially because I'm covering them in specific videos, and partially because I want to focus on how much stronger some older characters get with the new set update. The first set I'm going to analyze is tied to the set holder experiencing any kind of HP change, specifically whenever the holder receives damage, reduces his own HPs through skills, or even gets healed, he'll receive a crit rate buff from the 4-piece set effect. This effect can stack up to 3 times and lasts 5 seconds. The 2-piece set effect is much more standard, as it's a 15% damage bonus for normal and charge attacks. In terms of how this set can be maximized, there are a few characters in the game that can inflict HP losses on themselves continuously, but regarding a more general use, this set can technically apply to any scenario, as characters are constantly losing HP and getting healed back in real combat. This second scenario is much harder to consider than the first, because it's just not consistent, but as a rule of thumb, unless the new set has 3 stacks active, it's not better than most characters' best in slot sets, as far as I've seen. So, regarding characters that maintain the set full stacks effects consistently, these will be Dehya and Xiao. Starting from Xiao, his current best in slot set operates pretty similarly to the new set. In fact, the Vermilion set grants him an attack percent buff every time he loses HP after he used his burst, up to a maximum 40% bonus and a total of 66% from the whole set. It will roughly take the same amount of time for Xiao to get 33% crit rate on the new set, so uptime wise they're pretty similar. An obvious issue here in terms of practicality is that Xiao uses crit rate weapons a lot. Not only is best in slot 5-star weapon as a crit rate main stat, but his best 4-star option as one too, so managing his crit rate with the new set in a way he doesn't overcap wouldn't be very easy. However, assuming optimal substats, the new set on Xiao is anywhere from 5 to 7% better depending on the team he's using. Part of the reason is that Xiao's attack becomes very high on certain teams, regardless of which weapon he's using, something that makes Vermilion scale worse. With Deathmatch it's a little bit better thanks to its low base attack stat, and also with its 37% crit rate main stat in play, it becomes much harder to manage Xiao's substats efficiently. However, it's still pretty impressive for a set that's mainly meant for other characters to perform so well on a character that got a tailor-made set for him like Xiao did. For Dehya, the new set is 5% better than Borukasha's Glow, assuming she's Constellation 0 and she's using Akumaru, which is her best 4-star option. If she's using an option that doesn't increase her damage buffs particularly, then the new set is a side grade. And if she has her Constellation 1 unlocked, Borukasha's Glow edges the new set out by a bit, since in that case the HP the set provides becomes more valuable. Speaking about the other set, this one fully focuses on elemental skill damage. Its 2-piece effect increases the type of damage by 20%, and then the 4 pieces effect increases it by an additional 40%, half of which is tied to the character attacking with his skill while off-field basically. This set is meant for all of those characters that make of their off-field skill damage a substantial part of their rotation potential, so characters like Yae, Fischl, Nahida or even Albedo. For Fischl there is just not much to say. This set is a 12% damage increase for her over the 2-piece combination of the Thundering Fury and Gladiator, and its uptime is pretty guaranteed, so it's a fantastic addition for her. For Yae it's a bit trickier, since at Constellation 0 not only her elemental burst is a substantial part of her rotation damage, but some of her teams involve her being on field for around 10 seconds a rotation, which decreases the set's value by a bit. Even assuming entirely off-field usage with a burst cast, it's just a side grade compared to Gilded Dreams, So for Yae teams where she's on field, it's noticeably worse. Still, the set increases Yae's skill damage output by 11%, something that becomes very valuable at high constellation levels, as Whale Yae usages basically completely ditch her elemental burst, making the new set a guaranteed increase for her in this scenario. For Albedo and Nahida, so characters that have really good offensive set options for their archetypes in Husk of Opulent Dreams and Gilded Dreams respectively, the new set is just a side grade, which is actually still a pretty nice result. I'm done for today. Overall, I have to say that these sets are amazing. In their respective niche, the results they manage to accomplish are honestly must-farm territory, and considering their value will probably increase as more Fontaine units release, the new domain will be a good place for you to take a vacation to in the foreseeable future. See you in the next video.